Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Angelica's Journal. I create videos about things that I'm up to. Ooh, look at my hair. And just hobbies or things that I'm doing. I hope everybody's doing well. Here where I live, the sun is out. The snow is just about all gone. Like south facing yards, like our across the street, our neighbors, there's barely any snow on their lawn. My backyard still has some, but it's going, and yay, I can work out there soon. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. Today there's a few things I want to talk to you about. It's just a chat with me kind of day. So there's going to be some update, and I'm going to talk about some YouTubers I follow and why. First of all, happy Easter to everybody. Today's Easter Sunday, and you got all my Easter decorations behind me here. Yeah, I just love looking at them. Anyways, hope everybody's enjoying Easter with their family. Number two, I wanted to talk about me not recording for the last few days. I've had to focus on my finances. I do keep a binder. I used to have this always up to date, and the last few months I have not touched it since Christmas. And I was wondering, why am I running out of money, right? Well, you don't realize the things you're spending money on unless you actually write them down, because like groceries have gone up in pricing so much. It's just crazy. So I updated it, and I wanted to show you what I do. Oh, I forgot to take the one tab out. So for each month, I have a tab like that, which I do want to decorate it eventually, but I don't have time right now. So I just have January, and I have all the months marked. And then for each month, I have one of these clear plastic covers. It's a pocket. And I put all my receipts in there. And then all my, shall we say, all my accounts that money goes in and out of, I print out whenever there's a new sheet. I print it out and I put it in here. And then at the end of every month, I go on my Word program, or I guess with Microsoft, it's Excel. I use a free program that I got offline years ago. And then when you open a new file, it gives you some choices, and I just pick either document if I'm writing something, or spreadsheet if I'm doing like my finances, or anything that needs like graph, like columns. And so then I go on there and I put everything on there. Whether I'm doing finances or whether I'm doing document where I'm doing research, I love the laptop. I used to write everything out, and then I was picky with my handwriting, and I'd want to rewrite it, or I'd make a mistake and I'd have to rewrite it. Well, with a laptop, you don't have to do that. Isn't that great? I love it. Anyways, so I just wanted to let you know that's one of the, no, where's May? There we go. This goes into May. That is one of the things that I've been up to, bringing this up to date for like 3 months worth. And it's a lot of printouts. I do order from Instacart. We do go out grocery shopping sometimes, but I find that when you go into the store, you see other things and you buy other things. Whereas if you're doing Instacart, yeah, you pay a little bit for delivery, but it's worth it because you're only ordering what you need in the house. You know what foods you cook. You know what foods you normally have in the house. So you only buy those items. You're not buying like extra pastries that you shouldn't be eating, or they have something on special and you want to buy it. No, there's none of that. You know, especially I like to shop at Walmart because their prices are lower. So when you go into Walmart, well, they have other departments. So you end up buying something electronic, or you buy some clothing that you don't really need, or you know what I mean? Like there's just too much. I don't have that self-control to say no. Like I do think twice before I buy something, but it's just so easy to spend extra money. Oh, I need some command strips. Oh, I need this, I need that. Well, you know what? You don't. Look around the house, you'll find it. So I do not like going in the store shopping. And if I do, I try and have a list, stick to the list, boom, 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 out of there. Does that always work? Not always. So anyway, so that's number one, out of the picture. Oh, and also by keeping track, you know exactly, like if you want to put yourself on a $600 a month grocery budget, you know whether that's going to work or not. And you know when you've hit the $600 mark. The last few months, we've been spending $800 and $900 a month on groceries. So that ain't going to work anymore, right? And that applies to everything. If you need some clothes, well, you go to one store, you buy something on special, you pass another store and you see this pretty dress in the window and it's like, oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, and then you go in, you try it on, you know, like you he and haw over it. But then it's like, oh, I'm worth it. I should get it. But you forget, you just spend like, I don't know, $100, $150 at this other store buying things on special. You have dresses at home. Do you really need to buy this one? And that's just an example. That's not a scenario that has happened because I don't go out to the malls and to the stores. But I'm just saying, you know, you have more control. And then if you do happen to do that, when you do your monthly expenses, you then see, oh, I spent $150 in that first store, and then I spent another $100 on that dress. I could have left that dress and saved that $100, right? So, yeah, I like to budget and know where the money's going and what I'm doing, especially since I garden and I do crafts. Like, I rather go to Dollarama and buy things for $1, $2, $3, maybe $4, and, you know, maybe use the material in my craft room with some other supplies and make it into a dress of my own, right? So, I don't know. There's just, yeah. Next thing. So I'm still doing seeds, and as you know, I do the paper towel in the bag on a warm heating pad. Then once they sprout, you put them in peat pots or plant pots, little ones up to 4-inch depending. I do have my herbs in a 6-inch just because it's herbs and I can just take that whole thing, put it like it's just, but that's what I do, right? And then when they get to a certain size, you put it in a sunny window. And then when the weather allows, you wean them outside so that they're ready to go into their home for the summer. The weather is starting to warm up. We're getting into double digits. And I'm talking Celsius. But there are a lot of nights, or some nights, that are still -2, -3. So there's a lot of things that you put in the garden that cannot take those negative temperatures. Some can't even take like 5, 6 degrees Celsius. So cool weather plants, there are some that can take a bit of minus, like kale, I know is one of them. Probably the brassicas. But I don't put anything out until the nighttime temperatures are 0, +1, +2, that kind of thing. But it does allow me to start cleaning up out there. So the next few videos, I'm going to be cleaning off the deck with, I have a deck scrubber. So we're going to be cleaning off the deck. We're going to be hosing it all down, soap and water. Then I'm going to go to the back corner where the big spruce tree is, which is what I call my bird sanctuary. And I am going to be cleaning up the garbage that accumulated there over the winter, some branches from the fall. What else is there? The bird feeders need to be cleaned. Just stuff like that. That's going to be the second day 2, shall we say. Then I'm going to go and start as you saw, a lot of my plants from last year, I left the dead growth there. So we're going to be cleaning all that up, putting it in a bin, so that I can use it when I go through every single bin. And then we're going to be, there's the ones in the tires, because we have some tires out there that has some flowers in it that were perennials, but it was part of a wildflower collection. So some of them, like the poppies, I'm hoping are, because I know poppies are perennial, but I think there's some that are not. So I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of like manure on top, not much. And then I'm going to start watering them whenever the weather allows, so that hopefully in a month or month and a half or whatever is still alive will grow. And then we are going to be emptying those tires and taking them to the dump or wherever you take tires for recycling. And we're going to move those plants into a new permanent home. Because if I planted them last year and they come up this year, that means they're perennial, right? So they can go into a home, along that back fence, which I'll show you later on when we get to that. So yeah, it's just to clean up. Now, because we are at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, we do get weird weather, like season changing. Our spring and fall are not like normal people. We will, when spring comes, our temperatures will warm up, but we will get like a week or 2 of really, really warm summer weather, and you think summer's here. Well, no, just wait, because after a couple of weeks or whenever, we then get winter again for about a week or 2, maybe 3. And then it's almost like the weather is warning you that summer's coming, but not really giving it to you. So you end up with the freezing cold weather again. And then whatever you plant in the garden during that nice break dies. So it's really no point. So once you get that, let's say second wave of winter, then when the weather warms up, okay, this is summer. And it's the same in the fall. We'll have like fall temperatures, and then we'll get like a spurt of summer again. And then we'll get a spurt of winter. And yeah, so you get the spurt of summer thinking, oh, it's still summer. And then all of a sudden winter hits. Like, it's just really crazy. Spring and fall are so confusing here where we live. But once you're into winter, it's winter. You may get some warm air, but it's still winter temperatures, just a little warmer. And then in the summer is summer. I do remember in 1993 when my twins were born, 3 weeks before they were born. So I was pretty pregnant with twins. My oldest was curled up with me. We were watching Stampede Parade, and she was curled up, and we were snuggled together, and she was in my sweater, and we were trying to stay warm. Meanwhile, I had this huge belly, so she was sitting on the twins. This was like July, I don't know, 4th, 5th, or 8th or something. Like, it was early July. And we had a snowstorm. We had big flakes of snow coming down. And so here, don't hold your breath, because you may get another spurt of the season that you thought was over. Anyways, that's a long story. Didn't need to tell you all that, but there you go. You have it. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, something new I've just discovered. What time? Oh, we're already at 15 minutes. Boy, do I talk a lot. And I already skipped one item. Scrapbooking, junk journaling, and photo albums. All right. I'm sure a lot of you or most of you already know all this stuff. Well, when I started collecting photos and I started putting them in photo albums, I don't know. I just thought, oh, it's just for storage. Like I didn't want to, photo albums are boring. It's just pictures. And yes, pictures are nice. And it's nice you telling the story of what happened in that picture, But to have it to present for people to look at, I thought it was kind of boring. But that was the way back when I was growing up and everybody had photo albums and, oh, look, here's a picture of when I did this, or here's a picture of my kids when they did that, it's still fun. But anyway, so then my daughter, my youngest, had her second child and was pregnant with her third and decided, you know what, Mom, I don't have time for scrapbooking. You want all my stuff? And I'm like, sure, I'll take it. I take everything from my daughters, and then either I keep it or I pass it on to someone that I know will use it, or I give it to a thrift place. Anyway, so I took it all and I thought, oh, I like the idea of scrapbooking. You put one or two pictures on the page and you decorate the page. I thought it was, yeah, I want to do this. Well, because it's not a photo album where you can put a lot of pictures on one page, because then you can't decorate. But scrapbooking, it's more decorating than it is the pictures, right? Plus, when you go buy the scrapbook, like I'm using my grandson as an example. Hey, Christopher. He likes superheroes. So she had this one. She had this one, which I guess it could be girly girl, but my oldest granddaughter likes purple and she's into the mystical, magical wizardry, like Harry Potter or the Hobbits or things like that. Fairyland, fairy tale. And then my youngest granddaughter, she's all into the glitter and the girly girl tulle, like those tulle skirts and like all very girly girl, princess, That's not for either of them. And then this one, yes, it's pink, but I'd have to decorate it anyways. And then it's a 12 by 12. Like that takes a lot of space. If I had one for each family member, so you got me, you got my 3 daughters, my mom, and then if I include the guys, well, there's their father, there's my 3 grandkids, right? Okay, me, my mom, 3 daughters, 3 grandkids, their father, my boyfriend. Like we already got 10. And then like my mom, I got pictures for my grandmother and my grandmother's sister. And then my mom was the oldest of 6 kids. So there's pictures of their families. Like, oh my God, I'd have to have a trunk. And then good luck if it all fits. There's so much. So I didn't like these big books. And then like I was saying with my grandson, he likes superheroes. Well, if you bought one of these with the superhero, then whatever company that superhero's part of, like he likes Spider-Man, which is Marvel. Well, then you're paying for the trademark just to have the Superman, right? Whereas if I'm doing because they're selling the scrapbook, they have to charge more because it goes to, Marvel Comics. But if you just find pictures online, there's so many things you could take like printouts of. You print out a superhero, you make your own junk journal. This is where we're getting into junk journal. You make your own junk journal. You put Spider-Man on it. If you like Hulk, you can put Hulk on the cover. You make it more masculine. You could put some leather binding or something and make it customized to him. For, my two granddaughters, well, the one likes the mystical magical. You can put unicorns and fairies. On the other one, she likes glitzy princess. So you could put all the princesses and put glitter around their little circle, like have a circle of each of the princess, each their own circle, and then put glitter around it, and maybe put some gems that you can stick on there. You can buy some of those, and junk journaling. Oh my God, whew, amazing! I love it. I just can't get enough. And there's so much you can do. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. I pulled out some stuff to show you because this is I'm surprised 20 minutes and I haven't even talked about the best part. Where is the covers? You can go to the dollar store. I go to Dollarama. Look at this. Where is it? $4. And you get 50 sheets. This one, $4. And you get 24 sheets, but they're the thicker, the cardstock. Oh my God, Dollarama, I love you. There are amazing, and you can get them different themes, right? And you can make junk journals from that. Then, if you need to do, you want to do, I don't know, I don't have anything here because I'm just getting into it. You have little pictures or something. You take some cardboard, mac and cheese, kimchi soup, Jiffy Pete Pots, Pop-Tarts, pasta boxes. These are cardboard. These are gold because you use those cardboard. Oh, there's also butter, things you get in the mail, flyers, advertisements that you don't want, they end up in the garbage. It's it's a thicker material. Use it. Then you can take a picture, even your seed packages. Take a picture, something you print online. I printed out butterflies and bees and birds. Well, you stick them onto, I'll use this one as an example. You glue it onto here. You cut it out, and in junk journaling it's called fussy cutting. You cut it out, right? And then it's a thicker material, and then you can put that in your journals. And you make your own journals. Here, cereal box. I cut this one in strips. You could keep the full-size box and then fold it in half, cut it to the size you need, fold it in half. It becomes a cover. I found, I had these accounting sheets because I've always, tinkered around with that stuff. I have colored line paper. It's yellow. You can use white. My boyfriend had this. He didn't want it. He was going to throw it away. It's stationery. I took it. And then my mom had this. Well, I won't show you the stamp. I don't know if I'm allowed to. It's from Panama. I guess she went down there. Line paper. It's I guess it's kind of like an accounting sheet, but maybe it's a general journal. It was one of those hard-covered books. And it has a stamp on it. That would be cool in a junk journal. It's amazing the stuff you can do. And then something else I found out watching, and most of this I got from, I'll tell you when we get there. Here, index cards, right? You can get them in all colors. I have a rainbow pack. You can also get them in plain white. What you do is you take a bunch of pages, you fold them in half, right? Then you take a hole puncher, like an awl or for on the wall when you mark your spot. There's one that you make the hole and then you put the screw in. Use that thing, something pointy that's metal, to make holes in that middle when you fold it. You put 2 holes in it. Then, okay, they're all folded, like not like this, but like folded. And they have the 2 holes. You put a string on it. If you want, you can do 3 holes so that the top one's higher. And then on that string, in that same hole, you can put like ribbons as dangles with things on it. Like, oh my God, the decorating is crazy, the stuff you can do. And then the cover, you know, like if it's a little booklet for, let's say for my grandson, which I wouldn't pick green for him, I'd pick blue or red. But I'm just saying, I could put his picture on it and decorate the picture. You can print out picture frames online and then just use that. And oh my God, it's amazing the stuff you can do. Another thing that I discovered. Okay, there's this one, and where's the other one with the card? I have one with a card. Oh, here, this one. Okay. So you can take a regular cardstock. My daughter gave me this when she did the baby shower. She had these cards. And so what I did was the fold, I made the fold, like I folded on either side of the original fold to make it thicker. And then again, I have all these index cards. And you don't have to keep the lines. Cover it up with a, you know, the $4 pack from Dollarama. They're thinner, some of them are thinner paper. Just cover it up. You don't have to use the lines. If you want the lines and not the bald, I mean not bald, but like plain on the back, cover up the back. It doesn't matter. Again, you make holes in these, okay? I have like, I don't know, 20 rainbow colored index cards. You make holes in them. Then you gauge it onto here. You put the same holes on this cardstock, which is plain. You put ribbon on it, and there you go. You've got a photo album of your own. Customize. You want the pages white, use the white index cards. Just cover them. You can take a greeting card. This is a blank one. There was nothing written. It's just like stationery. And cut up some printer paper. Oh, I have something stitched down the middle. Yeah. See, I wrote myself a little note. You take some printer paper. You cut it a little bit smaller than the card. I think I just folded them in half and then cut them. And then, because this one's not very thick, you can take the sewing machine, sew down the middle. And then not only are you giving someone a birthday card or whatever, but then they have pages to write notes in. I don't know how many pages I have in here, probably like 4. But, it becomes a little booklet. Or if you want, you can write on each page and then have a punchline at the last page. Or, oh my God, like it's just amazing. You can customize so much. Like, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Like, to me, I see this as an improvement on photo albums and scrapbooking. You can make the books as small or as big as you want. Like one of my aunts, I don't have a lot of pictures of her family. So I could make her book, you could make it the same height as all the others and just don't put as many pages in it. Or you put more pages and then that way, you go visit her, 30, 40 years later and you get more pictures. And you just add it to it. And then for the pages, to cover the pages, peel and stick wallpaper. Isn't that nice for Claire? All sparkly pink. Hi, Claire. See, I have a whole roll of the stuff. I was going to use it on my makeup table top because there's a glass. So between the glass and the the makeup table. I wanted to put this pink stuff on it, and then I decided that's not me. Shelving paper. It's peel and stick, but it's shelving paper. You can use that to cover the pages. This is a peel and stick wallpaper that I put on my bookcases because those are Billy bookcases from IKEA, and I didn't like the plain white. I wanted to fancy it up a bit. Let's see if I can get a piece out here. Huh? Oh my God. I'm going to have a mess to clean up later. There you go. Look at that. With all the circles. Wouldn't that be nice on a page? And then you could put a round picture in the middle and it's kind of circled. You know what I mean? Like I have more. Like this is a narrow piece. Or you can just cut it down the middle and do the half like a doily. Oh, doilies. That's another one. You can cut it like a doily and then just cut it, I don't know if you can see, cut it right down the middle because this is the flower. So you would go down the middle and just have half of it and you just cover half, like just put it on, like right on the edge of the paper, the circle, and then you could have like a couple pictures, one on top, one below. Oh my God, there's just so many things you can do. It is totally customizable to what you want or you like. So, okay, I'm gonna make a mess here because I'm trying to hurry. Brown craft paper. If you like the vintage stuff, cut it a page size and use it as a page. You could just, take a picture or a butterfly, put it on, and just make it like two-dimensional. Like there's brown in the background of the butterfly or the bird, or I don't know, whatever you're going to use. A picture of, an old picture of a grandparent or a great-grandparent. This is something else I found at, this is normally expensive. I found this at Value Village, which is a thrift store. Look at that. That's liner for your dresser, for in the drawers. I could cut that out into pages and use that as a page. Or I could just cut out the flower and just stick it in one of the junk journals, like for my granddaughter, for Claire. She likes girly girl stuff. Well, there you go. If I find any with purple flowers, I could put it in Valerie's because she's more for purple. Like, it's amazing the stuff you can do. Like, oh my God. And then, again, Dollarama. Stencil, $1.50. And you don't just get one, you get two different ones. I have 2 packs of those. Then, if you want to do like stamps or labels, here, for $1.50, it's a stamp. All you need is ink, which I still have to buy. Like I said, I'm just starting to get in this. But, yeah, you could make stamps of your own. This, borders, if you want to fancy up a border. Same thing, $1.50. Then there's this, numbers and alphabets, $2. All you need is ink or a diluted pink because you don't want it to be too thick. You know what I mean? Or just trace it out and then color it with a marker and then fussy cut it out and then put it on the page. Here's another stencil. This one's $1.25. It's, I don't know if you can see that. Like, oh my God. It's like, and they're not expensive. And then one last thing I'm going to show you before I'll let go of this junk journal. Like, I'm just so fascinated about this. Like, okay, you want to decorate a page with some words. I made a list of words. All you do, go on your Word program on the computer, print them out in different fonts, in different sizes. There you go. You rip them out to have the rough edge, or if you like it neat, you don't have to. And there you go. You've got some words to put on your pages. Tags and labels. These little tags. Plus you can print them online. They're free printables online from people. And all you do is you color it. You get colored inks. Or you just do it vintage and do like a brown, like a coffee color. Or you can do colors, ink, and do it in pink or blue or purple or whatever. I printed some online. Now I'm not going to show you all the ones I got because they are from people's websites and I can't remember all of them. But they're all kinds you can print from online. And then you just take, like if you wanted a gold border, you just put gold, over the black. And then you photocopy that. And then once you have one copy, you can then put it on another sheet. And then now when you copy, you've got 2, and then you've got 4, and then you've got 8. And you work your way to have a whole page of it. And then, granted you're using a lot of ink and stuff. And then there's, can't remember who this was from, so I better not. But there's like perfume bottle labels and pharmacy labels. And then there's picture frames and birds. And oh my God, there's just so much online. I showed you this. Oh, another thing. You can use doilies. Paper doilies, or even the crocheted one if it's not too thick. And if it's thick, well, if you're okay with it, then go for it. And then people wonder why I spend all day on the computer. It's just so fascinating, all this stuff. And then there's envelopes that you can decorate, put it in the book, and then you could even glue this back if you want it and use it as a pocket. And junk journaling is all about pockets and this and that. And oh, I could talk forever. Trying to go through this stuff quickly because I know I'm really up in time. It's going to take forever to download. Another thing from that $4 booklet of paper, this was in there. And then here's something else you can do. You just glue the bottom, and then you've got a pocket there and a pocket there. You can put pictures, or you could put little, like for Claire, the princess thing, I could just make a little card with a princess and decorate it all glittery and stick it in there. And then she could just pull it out and, endless. I'm going to stop. I can just go on and on and on. Oh, here's something. One more thing. Sorry. There's a round one too. Where is it? Oh, these things. See? That paper I just showed you? You could make this thing from. Oh, wrong side. This thing. Well, you notice on it, there's all kinds of frames. Well, there you go. I just need to cut this. This is cardstock. I just need to cut it so it's only a little bigger than this thing. And then I could put a picture in there. Or I can fussy cut that out and put it on top of a picture. But, mind-blowing. Oh, no, is it this way? Oh, you can also, if you, I did it right on the edge, so this is only one piece of paper. But if you did it through 2 layers, like this thing, right? This is the card, it's folded. So cut it out here so that it's 2-sided. And then there's a way, and on this, I'm not explaining it proper, but there is a way. You put a paper clip inside, and then you just clip that onto the page. And then it's something else for them to discover. Imagine the kids. It just, with all the creativity and all the things you can do, it's endless. And the kids will love it. Anyways, so that's all my stuff. I'm going to skip the rest just because I'm talking so much. I am going to end it here with the junk journaling. We're at 40 minutes. So I will do another one of these at a later date. Maybe in a couple of weeks when the garden is cleaned up and more settled. And then I'll do another chat with me. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. And that's why I'm just like all over the place right now. Between the seedlings, the garden, the housework, the junk journaling. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy. I did want to mention, though, the junk journaling, how I came across it. I wanted to mention their channel. The first one I came across was the Unexpected Gypsy. She's an artist, a painter, who lives somewhere in England, I believe. I could be wrong. And she's all about fairies. And she does journaling, too. And like her thing is shine bright, and you got to go check her channel out. Her fairies are just like, it just got my attention. And then from there, YouTube gave me the algorithm gave me the Paper Outpost with Pam. Oh, she's just like all over the place, and I just laugh. Like she's great, and all the things, the creative things she does. And then she always has her puppy Sunshine in it. She kind of lays him on her hand and then kind of pretends that he's talking and it's actually her. Like, I love it. I love it. She's great. And then from her, the algorithm gave me Gail Agostinelli. She's very much for community. She's an older lady. And she does all this junk journaling, and she'll talk about what's available in the Etsy stores and what you can, like do with all your crafting. And she follows other junk journalers. And so she'll promote their channel and talk about how they did this. And then she shows how to do it. And she's amazing, amazing woman. And then the latest one is Le Café Craft. It's a French lady. She's very carefree, very, happy-go-lucky, laughs a lot. She reminds me of, I grew up in Montreal, in Quebec, and I am not French, but I did grow up in that environment, and I just love their accents. Anybody who's French trying to talk English, their accents are just adorable. Anyways, so that is Le Café Craft, and she does crafts like, oh my God, more different ideas. Like, she's just great. But they all have a carefree attitude and being creative, and whatever works. If it doesn't, oh well, you fix it. Great people to follow. All right, so that's it. The other YouTubers will have to wait because I didn't get to them. Anyways, so I hope you liked the video. I can't even talk anymore. I've been talking too long. Have a nice day. Thank you for visiting. I enjoyed sharing. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. All right. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.